We should have caught your reaction.
We're in! Woo! Such a big deal. Hiking off trail in Denali is quite an experience. We're gonna test it out and see how we like it. We were going to go hike that big mountain in the distance, Divide, but then when we got to Teklanika, it was so cold and windy, and then you have to cross a river. I'm like, I just didn't feel up to it. Troy was whining. So then the bus driver told us to do geode, which looked cool, but then the other bus driver said, oh, your shoes are gonna be soaked because it's so wet to get there. So then he said, well, technically you can start on this riverbed and we can follow it up and around and get there. But then there's a storm coming across and I have a feeling we're gonna get soaked anyway. So I think we're just gonna end up following this trail, this riverbed, all the way across the pass to the other side of the mountain.
Stop, Mom.
And then go.
It's going this way.
Shut up.
Stop. What?
No, the wind's going this way.
So let's see. I don't know. It's kind of a cool thing. Like there's no official trail when you come here. You just, and everyone, if you ask them, they're like, oh, go, yeah, you can hike wherever. Or this is great. It's all great, and nobody has any information on how to get anywhere specific. So let's try it.
So follow that trail.
What trail?
The trail that we blazed. That trail that we blazed.
I've learned that like they don't eat breakfast, so I should really, especially if we're sitting still, have like a power meal for breakfast. So normally I can do eggs or normally I do cereal. Today, since I figured, okay, we're gonna sit around for a little bit, then we're gonna be doing a hike, driving on a bus for 2 hours, then a really long hike, and they probably only brought like 2 bars of snacks for a 4-hour hike. I made 3 eggs, put some kimchi on them, also made myself a very large bowl of cereal consisting of Gabby and Mom's super healthy but delicious granola cereal, Raisin Bran, and Dry and Tati's very unhealthy.
Dude, you had 2 bowls of cereal?
No, it was one big
No,
bowl.
it was one big bowl consisting of 3 cereals.
Oh.
Cereal, then it's got like maple syrup covering it. Sugar.
It's got almonds in it. Well, compared to Dry and Tati's, this is like a Captain Crunch almost or something like that. So I mixed all 3 of them
There's
and ate
this
that.
Annie's Organic. I've never bought it before, but I bought it this one time thinking, oh, it's Annie's Organic. It may as well be like 10 tablespoons of sugar. There's nothing healthy about that cereal.
I don't like it.
There's a caribou behind you. What? There's a caribou behind you.
It's still blurry.
So we were just walking. Here's to like,
I never get to
there's nothing around. There's no wildlife, and then we turn our heads and like, oh, there's a caribou right ahead.
It's a
We'll
pretty
just
good
walk right around him.
As much as like, oh, we've seen so many caribous, at least we've never seen one outside a car.
Okay, so technically, you're supposed to say 300 yards, that's 3 football fields away from all wildlife. But I'm pretty sure caribou are like deer, where they're okay. So we're just gonna skirt as far as we can around the side and see if he stays happy and content in his rocks. But what's weird is that aren't caribou usually with a herd? So he's by himself. So I keep wondering where the herd is.
It might be a mom giving birth. I don't know.
The mom has big antlers?
I don't know. They're shaped different than the male antlers.
Okay, so we were waiting for where the rest of the caribou are, and I think we just stumbled upon them. But first, we were from a distance, we're like, what, is that a glacier? I guess it's just snow that's still here. We get closer, and of course we're walking into a storm. But really, it's a pleasant hike. Okay, we weren't gonna do Divide Mountain because it looked like this. The funny thing is the whole time Divide Mountain the distance, it's totally clear skies above Divide Mountain. Here I was trying to be more cautious and not overdo it, and instead we're walking into a storm and a herd of caribou. Awesome.
Rocks. They're not caribou. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not. Like, we will check them out. They're not moving.
In the river that we're like leaping left and right across trying to get to a side. So fun. It's so fun, but eventually we'll find a way out.
You got this! Woo! You can do it! Sorry. Maybe, I don't know who it was.
Rushing up, I had to get my shoes back. All because the green car was about to pass. And we're like, run, run. I was like, okay.
No, we're not.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this thing. Because it was going the right way.
Dude, everyone else said we're not getting this bus.
But I don't care. I missed it by this much.
You would have gotten on the bus by yourself then.
Yeah, I was like, hey, wait up for them.
No.
Why not?
So every time we rent a bus, the bus driver stops for hikers, and I ask them, oh, how long are you waiting? And the hikers say, oh, not long, 5 to 10 minutes. When the bus comes by to pick us up, they're gonna say, how long are we waiting? And we're gonna say a really freaking long time. We missed the bus by literally 1 minute, and a bus has not come by, and it's been an hour. How has it been an hour? The history paid tourists do not pick up hikers on the side of the road. So we'll wait another hour and let you know where we are. On the bright side though, we are getting to experience these amazing views all by ourselves. There's not a single other car or person on the road, and it's pretty rad.
I love Sable Pass. It's so nice. Oh my god, guys, look at there's some chickens having like an epic Mortal Kombat.
What?
So, you know, I think it's a gift because it's only us who can take a very short, easy hike and turn it into a marathon. And I think I'm going to add to my Adventure Vigor University courses the skill set you need in order to do that. Basically, you harness the most prospecting thought process possible. Like, should we go left or right? Oh, definitely go right. It looks more wide open. Oh, should we like hustle to get that bus? No, I'm sure there'll be another bus.
You can definitely
soon.
follow your intuition, and only for it to kind of backfire.
No, it's
on you.
almost like you purposely listen to your intuition, and then go, oh, well, I can hold on to that idea, but I'm just going to go experiment with this other thing for a little while, and sure enough, you're on an adventure.
You heard a rumbling while my mom was speaking. That's the rumbling source.
And my tummy.
Eerie.
Still no bus.
Guys, here is a static. Turn around this way so you can see it. Yeah. Can you see it? I swear to God, it's staticking up. Oh my God. It's raining a lot now. It's not that funny anymore.
How do you pee in 4 seconds?
Oh my God, it's been an hour.
There's lightning really close. Did you see that flash right now?
3, 4.
So like, it's legit, right?
5 miles away now.
Yeah.
Somewhat thinking that.
Then we'll build a rock stack and then some friggin'.
Okay, so for today we're gonna attempt our first true off-trail hike here in Denali. Although out of Igloo campground, we're trying to summit Igloo Mountain, and it's kind of one of the more popular off-trail ones, so we're cheating a little bit. In like the first couple of minutes, there's actually a little trail to get you going in the right direction, but after that, it's pretty much a scramble up to the top.
Ready.
This is gonna suck on the way down.
This is where the bushwhacking comes in.
the false summit, but there's another storm cloud rolling in, so we're trying to decide if we want to go further or not. It was a little bit more scree-like than we hoped for, so it's kind of slippery on the way up, and it's really not too bad on the way up, but going down, it's like, oh, we gotta go down that. So we're trying to decide if we're gonna continue and push to the summit or just turn around now.
Ready for adventure.
We got, what? I don't know what else to call it. You got skiing in? Skiing. Danny, you're almost there. Next, you got base jumping.
Woo! So wet.
So wet. You know what though? It's kind of fun because it's only a mile. Like, it's kind of fun because we're only doing this for an hour each
Yeah,
way.
it's just
if
fun.
it was like a 10-hour hike today, I'd be crying because I don't want to be wet anymore. But I know in my backpack, I have the stuff. I have the kuju to make a nice hot cup of coffee. And that is my motivation.
We didn't make it to the top, but I think that was one of the most awesome things we've done on this trip so far. It's gonna make a really great story.
And I have to say, I'm a proud mom. See, most moms would be proud if their kids went up. I'm so proud that Gabby let us come down. She was okay with it. She said, you know what, it's not
we don't have to go to the top. It's not worth the risk.
You don't know how big this is. This is huge. She's self-growth.
I'm so proud of myself.
So if like you want a hardcore adventure, you know, you just feel like you want to look death in the face, definitely do this because the views are awesome.
The way we travel, because technically we have one more night at the Teklanika campground that we're at, but it keeps raining and I'm like, oh, we can't do that many more hikes here. So we really love Riley actually. So we were thinking of going back into Riley. We have all these factors. We all need showers really bad. We need laundry, our clothes are so muddy. And we're almost out of food. So you're always having to juggle. And then to make it worse, we don't eat that much crap food. So we have to, like, if I say I need food, I need to go find grass-fed beef and good produce. Well, right, but if I'm not going to feed us out of the mercantile where it's like Fruit Loops. Okay. Fruit Loops out there. Okay. So we have no cell service. So we have to weigh in. Then we're going to Anchorage, and you want to kind of try to dodge the weather, which they kind of predict pretty well up here. So then we are in limbo all the time. Everyone's like, what are we doing next, Mom? I'm like,
I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. Like, be ready 5 minutes, 5 hours.
For 5 days.
Like yesterday, we were like, oh, we don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. So it's like, and like, okay, well, they'll just figure it out. I wake up and I'm just sitting in bed, you know, drinking coffee, and they're like, we're leaving in 15 minutes. I'm like, what? I didn't hear this.
Dude, you guys, look how much it's raining.
Yeah, so
Look how soaked we are. It's pretty impressive. Oh my God, my lens is covered in water.
you want me to check your bag?
You can't see me at all.
So yeah.
Oh,
And
by
then-
the way, there's a wolf den
enclosure near us.
like closure, not enclosure, closure.
Like,
So a wolf might come out any moment, and
I lost the bear spray on accident. It wasn't my fault. I swear I didn't hear it drop.
Isabel was in the back while we were scaling down this very steep mountain, and we got to the road, and it turns out at some
she
point
probably
it
lost
fallen
him when
out.
she was bushwhacking.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It got hooked.
Just down
And
the
so
side.
like, there might be a bear at any moment. We have no bear spray.
We're gonna be
be
extra loud.
What?
Yes.
God
of
damn,
course,
the
yeah,
one
we
time
own-
Murphy's
we
Law.
own pack two. And you know how
We-
funny? The one we
4 bear
lost
sprays.
is the one we found one time, so it's like karma, like we're like passing it on, except that we might need it. So I've always wondered what it'd be like to walk the Camino, since everyone's like, that's kind of a thing, and I kind of feel like this is what it would be like, walking roads
In the rain a
in
lot.
the rain for 30 days.
Woo! So entertaining.
And hike in a row where it's been modest. It was supposed to be modest and harmless and boring content. Instead, it's going to be brilliant content for you to laugh your butt off at home on YouTube.
We're running now.
Running, it's cold.
camera's all wet, so we'll make this fast. So we're feeling all like super cool, badass that we just did that. And we knew we didn't make it to the top. We thought we made it a third, but we're walking back right now and we're looking at the mountain. So that's the mountain we were trying to hike up. And we're trying to make it to that summit. And all we made it to was right there, right in the middle of the screen. That tiny little outcropping. Wow, we're so badass.
Okay, we have just walked the road for 5 miles. Finally stopped raining, which is nice. And our campground's finally there. It's so cold, but it was really epic. It was really rad memories. I have a feeling though, the second we cross there, the bus is gonna pass us, which is cool because I would have rather walked 5 miles than sit there and wait for a bus for an hour. Now, coffee.